What you're about to see was discovered completely by accident. Scientists at USC were running a routine experiment when they noticed something that stopped them in their tracks. A mouse was unconscious on the floor, and its companion, it was trying to save its life. This is verified research, published just months ago, and it changes everything we thought we knew about animal empathy. For decades, scientists believed that complex rescue behaviors were limited to large-brained mammals. Elephants mourning their dead, dolphins supporting injured companions, chimpanzees caring for the sick, but mice, they were considered too simple, too driven by instinct. That assumption is now officially wrong. In February 2025, a team at the Keck School of Medicine published findings that rewrote the textbooks. Here's the official publication from Science Journal. Dr. Li Zhang and researcher Wenjin Sun documented what they call reviving like prosocial behavior. When a mouse encounters an unconscious companion, it doesn't ignore it. It doesn't walk away. It actively tries to help. And this behavior, it's not random. It follows a specific, predictable pattern. The discovery happened completely by accident. The team was studying something entirely different when they noticed unusual behavior. A mouse under anesthesia had its tongue sticking out. Its cagemate approached. And what happened next changed everything. Quote, "This caught our attention because this hasn't been reported before how animals respond to unconscious members of their own species. Here's the sequence they observed. First, the helper mouse sniffs the body. Then it starts grooming gentle at first. But as the unconscious mouse becomes more unresponsive, the helper escalates. It bites the mouth area. It pulls on the tongue. It's not aggression. It's something else entirely. The researchers realized this looks like first aid. But here's what makes this truly remarkable. The mice helped their friends more than strangers. Familiar companions received significantly more rescue attempts than unfamiliar mice. This isn't reflex. This isn't instinct alone. The mice are recognizing who needs help and choosing to act. Scientific American's coverage breaks down the exact numbers. The bystander mice spent 47% of their time attempting to revive unconscious companions. Compare that to just 5.8% with conscious, alert mice. That's an 8-fold increase in attention. And when researchers placed a small bead in the unconscious mouse's mouth, 80% of helper mice removed it. Now here's where the science gets fascinating. The researchers traced this behavior to specific neurons in the brain, the paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus, the same region that produces oxytocin. You might know oxytocin as the bonding hormone. It's released when mothers nurse their babies, when friends embrace, and apparently when mice try to save their companions. A second study, published in the same issue of Science, confirmed these findings through a different pathway. The medial amygdala, the brain region responsible for recognizing social cues, also plays a critical role. To separate research teams, 2 different brain regions. 1 conclusion. Mice have evolved neural circuits specifically for helping distressed companions. But does it actually work? The researchers found that tongue-pulling behavior genuinely helps. It enlarges the unconscious mouse's airway. Quote from the official study, "This tongue dragging promotes arousal from anesthesia through a direct tongue-brain circuit." The mice aren't just going through the motions. Their first aid actually accelerates recovery. James Burkett, a neuroscientist who wasn't involved in the study, put it perfectly. Quote, "This suggests the mice are not just responding in a reflexive manner. These mice aren't robots, they're making choices. Here's NPR's interview with the lead researcher, Dr. Li Zhang. When asked if this is innate or learned, his answer was clear. These young adult mice, just 2 to 3 months old, had no prior experience with unconscious companions, yet they still performed rescue behaviors. This is hardwired. Evolution built this into their brains. This discovery adds mice to an extraordinary list. Elephants who mourn their dead and help fallen family members. Dolphins who support injured companions at the surface so they can breathe. Chimpanzees who care for the sick and dying. And now, humble laboratory mice performing their own version of first aid. The impulse to help others in distress. It might be one of the oldest instincts we share. The implications extend beyond animal behavior. Understanding these neural circuits could illuminate conditions in humans where empathy and social recognition are impaired, from Alzheimer's to autism. These tiny creatures, no bigger than your thumb, might hold keys to understanding the biological roots of compassion itself. Sometimes the biggest discoveries come from the smallest subjects. Mice performing first aid. Oxytocin-driven rescue instincts. Evolution building empathy into the brain. This is just the beginning of what we're discovering about animal intelligence. Next time, we investigate another breakthrough. Scientists have decoded the dolphin question whistle, the sound dolphins make when they're confused. Subscribe to see that verified investigation when it drops.